Welcome in to the latest edition of the Buffalo Down podcast. I'm Joe Cali. As always, I'm joined by none other than Justin Siejak. And Justin, talk about a cardiac win from
Yeah,
the Bills back-to-back weeks. This one even worse. I don't even know what category to put it in. Whether it was thrilling or just intoxicating or
a little bit of
absolutely,
both.
yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
This continues to find ways to win, which shock the cardiovascular system. But
Mhm.
hey, they take down the Patriots, a team that was not a guarantee, right? They've rolled in to Orchard Park already, taking care of business this season. Bill's able to find a way and get that done. So, I mean, realistically here, awesome.
Yeah,
I
incredible.
there's still the Bills still could be like the 5 seed, the Patriots are still going to be the 1 seed, but they didn't let them sweep them. They came back from a 21 to nothing deficit,
Mhm.
right? I can't help but be happy about this. I don't know. How do you feel? How did you feel watching it, first of all? And then just quick off the rip here before we dive in. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, the first half looked like, the inconsistent Bills of 2025. I mean, untimely penalties, just bad decision making from
Hmm.
Josh, really, to be honest with you. Run game wasn't going. Defense could not stop Drake May on the ground. It was frustrating. It really was. And, it was big for them to get that score before halftime. A little bit of juice. You come out of halftime, Ray Davis almost houses the kick return, which, by the way, he's been absolutely electric on the kick return. The Bills have something there. And that really ignited the fire under the Bills. I mean,
Hmm.
I think 7 second half points from New England, and the Bills, they finished with 35. So 7 to 35 in the second half. I'm not going to do the math because I'm not good at it. I'm in journalism for a reason. But
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
massive performance on both sides of the ball from the Bills. And it's encouraging to see because this sort of trend that we see from the Bills every year is they turn it up in December. And look where we're at right now.
I mean, we're watching them turn it up. It's just crazy, though. They're turning it up, and Josh Allen's finding another level, which I can't really understand, right? Like the
Yeah,
guy's already an alien on the surface level,
right.
and he's able to put this team on his back and take down a Patriots team who is built better, right? I will say that. I think they've put
Yeah,
better pieces around Drake May than what the Bills have currently around Josh Allen.
sure.
And I finding ways to win, him puking on the sideline, that coming
Yeah.
back, right? I don't know. It's there's something fairy tale feeling about this that maybe the division's not gone. Maybe the 1 seed might be now because Denver won, but I mean, we're going to get into a little playoff machine later, a little bit of a spoiler there. So we'll see if
Mhm.
there's a venue for that still. But I think there is a world where the Bills do overtake the Patriots. And it's like you showed them that they are human, that 10-game win streak. The Bills were the only team they've beaten with a record over 500, right? Like they're like the Dolphins from a couple years ago. Remember that was all we used to say about the Dolphins? They
Yeah.
can't beat a team with
Yeah.
a record over 500.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the Patriots can do to close the season. But you hear them talking about, oh, we might have needed a loss, all that stuff after the game. And I mean, maybe that was the catalyst for maybe a little bit of a slip here to Baltimore. Lamar Jackson saying he's never really felt better this season. So we'll
Yeah.
see how he turns out. But
What do they got
just
left on their schedule? Baltimore, Miami, and New York, right? So,
Baltimore, New York, and then Miami. So Miami's who you're really hoping to beat them.
yeah.
But
Who's
I don't
actually
know.
Miami's playing better football recently, so you never know. If the
That's the
Bills
thing, man.
if the Bills can win out and, New England drops one, maybe two, that
Hmm.
number 1 spot in the AFC East is open. And you,
Yeah.
you really 2 weeks ago you thought it was, doom and gloom, but here we are.
It has
Josh
to be a
Allen's kind of
divisional opponent, though. It's
that's the
got to be
thing.
one of the Jets or
That's the thing.
Dolphins.
Yeah.
So that Ravens game really doesn't matter in the grand scheme
Yeah.
of things. Unless you drop the Eagles game, they drop the Ravens game. It kind of evens you out a little bit. But then it's that Miami game because I don't think the Jets are going to be able to do it. And they got mauled by the Jaguars this past
Yeah,
weekend.
Brady
So
Cook was out there from Missouri.
yeah.
Balling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're in shambles. So it's good to look at them and be like, we're on the upper side of that. It was it was a surreal game. It was on all facets of the word surreal.
Mhm.
I don't know what to really. There are let's look at the negatives first because there are more positives than negatives. Let's just go into like what could have been better. Right away, the urgency of challenges and the Sky Judge stuff, I mean, people have gotten into it today just from work the callers, right? That's one of the big points they've wanted to make is what happened? What happened with the Sky Judge? Why is that happening now where it didn't happen before, kind of a deal, right? Like,
Sure.
and why did Brandon Cooks that catch get it right away, but not the Kayshon Boutte catch? Well, the Kayshon Boutte catch looked more like a catch than the Brandon Cooks catch did. In real time, you could tell the Brandon he bobbled that way over to the sideline and got pushed out. So
that's supposed to be 6, by the way. Cooks got to haul that in. That's 6. That's a dot from Josh Allen.
That is, and he's got the speed to go down the field. So I mean that's 100% 6. But I don't think he'll let that happen again. So that's a good sign, right? That he's even able to do that, get some separation down the field. But I don't know. I think that's the one thing, because McDermott really, I mean, we've spoken pretty highly of him the past couple of weeks. He's coached some pretty good games. This one included, I think, overall, overarching, right? The adjustments that were made, digging in the second half. The first half was not a good start necessarily. The punts, what are we drinking? Mike Tomlin's Kool-Aid from our own 41?
We're
going to punt?
That was rough to watch.
Very rough. And then that non-challenge, right? Where Vrabel immediately throws the challenge flag out there. So I get it. It might be like it was literally the first drive. So like, am I going to burn a timeout right now, or what's going to happen there? So I can understand maybe a little hesitation there. And you're waiting for the guy
that starts up top, by the way. That call starts up top from John Perry, who they hired in the offseason, who was a former referee. You got to trust him to be like, hey, that is the other way. You can, make the call. McDermott needs to get there quicker. They said, McDermott said in his presser post game yesterday that, they didn't have the call quick enough. They didn't have the call quick enough. And then they got back in the ball too quick. So they said, it wasn't even worth it at that point. But honestly, if things didn't go the way they did in the second half, things could have gotten ugly there. It was 24-7 at halftime. I think the biggest negative, though, for me is still the run defense. The run defense remains a massive, massive issue.
Yeah. Even when they were coming back, man. Even when they were coming back, you let Henderson break outside on the left side of the field. And I mean, did you see Drake May burst to block for him? Holy cow.
Did, yeah.
What speed he has too. Like, I don't know. I think we've seen the weakest the Patriots are going to look for the next few years, right?
Sure.
They have $50 million in cap space. They have a quarterback who's not paid yet, so they can go out and make a big splash. They are going to do what you did with Stephon Diggs here with a real that age player, right?
Yep.
Like, that's where you get nervous. Like Justin Jefferson, does he want out? Is he gonna go to New England, right?
And they didn't have Milton Williams last night either. And Milton Williams is one of the better interior pressure creators in the NFL.
Yes. So like they were missing some pieces. So I genuinely think this you're going to battle, and it's not going to be the Miami way where they show up for a little bit and sayonara, we took care of you. They're going to be sticking around for quite a while. And I think that's where we're at with the Patriots at this point. But I mean, looking at the positives of this game, it was so tough in the moment because you're just sitting there at 21-0. I don't think I ever counted it out, Justin. I'm not going to lie to you.
Right. No, I didn't either.
I was livid. I was tweeting. I don't know if you saw any of it. I was literally throwing out there like the coordinators need to go. The GM needs to get offensive weapons, all that stuff. Like, and everybody was pretty much doing the same thing. And I think, I don't look back on that and regret anything I said. I think it's still 100% accurate because as much as it's great that you came back, that should not be how you start every game. That's not sustainable by any means.
The slow starts have been a problem.
Yeah, for 2 years. And this is the worst they've been. 21-0. You're getting shut out at half. Like, it's been rough this year. But on the positive end of it, just being able to bounce back and come back and be able to keep your head straight, not on a swivel, right? Like, don't blink, as Mike Tomlin says, unfortunately. You're blinking, cut your eyelids out.
Yeah, in the second half, the biggest takeaway for me is the Patriots forced the Bills' card to throw the ball. And they had success. They had a lot of success. They had more passing yards than rushing yards yesterday. So do we have a formula now with these tight ends? I think I heard on GR yesterday that tight ends and backs had 13 receptions.
I have breaking news, by the way.
Oh, sheesh.
Sabres general manager Kevin Adams is relieved of duty. Jarmo Kekalainen is stepping in.
Wow. All right. Well, years overdue, but
I know. Sorry, in the middle of a Bills pod, we throw that out, but had to break it in real time. Jarmo Kekalainen taking over for Kevin Adams. 6 years. He's been 40% of the playoff drought, ladies and gentlemen. He's in year 5 going on 6. So that would have been 40%.
That was an incredibly long leash. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's about damn time. So yeah, back to the Bills though. Had to inform if you're listening.
I appreciate
and you
the
didn't hear
heads
it
up.
yet. Yeah, had to inform if you're going, you're going into work and everything. So it's gonna be a thing for the rest of the night and tomorrow. So but yeah, so genuinely I look at this game and I think it's a good step in the right direction. I do think they do have some juice going into the postseason, especially if they can play like that in the second half. They can make any adjustment they need. And I think that's what they're proving right now. Right?
Kind of feels like they found their identity offensively. I know that people were upset. It was like, I remember because I tweeted this week 8. It was week 8 and McDermott had a soundbite where it was like, we're still trying to find out our identity. And people were upset. But hey, it's the NFL. It's any given Sunday. Teams are great. Any given Sunday, any team can win. You come in, it's December 14th for yesterday's game. Now that's 2 back-to-back games where the passing game looks kind of sustainable. They might have found their groove here with kind of the underneath stuff, with the backs, with the tight ends. Dalton Kincaid didn't even have a big game yesterday. It was Dawson Knox. It was your guy who got in the end zone twice.
Yeah, he did. He had a big week. He had his baby girl, so congratulations to him.
Also became the Bills' all-time touchdown reception leader at tight end.
Yeah, he did. He Pete Metzlar's, right? He passed him.
Yep.
So 26. At 26. So will Kincaid pass that? I don't know. Judging on how often they had him on the field, Dawson Knox might end up being he's paid like a tight end one. He might end up being the tight end one in all seriousness. Like
I actually think Dawson Knox and Jackson Hawes outsnapped Dalton Kincaid yesterday.
Yeah, because I think Kincaid, unfortunately, and this is another kind of negative takeaway, I guess. What I've noticed is when he's out there less, he'll make a couple splash plays, but he stays healthy. The more you actually try and put him out there, the more risk you have for him getting severely injured. So not the best situation to be in, especially, you have the contract for Knox, so if you can make him worth it. But yeah. So a lot of stuff, to look at. It's so schizophrenic. It's tough to like wrap my head around. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, on one hand, you can look at so much. I just want to revel in beating the Patriots too, because every New England person got on their victory train so early, right at halftime. Dave Portnoy being one of them. The play-by-play guy for the Patriots said the windows closed on their broadcast and all that stuff, right? Like, it's it's just toxic, which I kind of love because we haven't had New England's our rivalry, right? Like our folks and our folks, it's the Dolphins, our friends, and us, it's the Patriots. So to see that kind of coming back is kind of fun and having it be a real rivalry, not Tom 100%. Brady just stomping you twice a year and ruining your playoff hopes. So hopefully it continues. I don't know about you.
Like you said, the Patriots roster is young. They've got money coming. Drake May is the answer. Travion Henderson looks like an absolute superstar, and it's only his rookie year. It looks promising. I don't think they're going to be going anywhere, so I think this rivalry is going to be around. But anytime the Bills have 17, they're going to be in it. So,
yeah. And
that's kind of why I didn't give up at halftime, because anytime you have this guy, you can't rule him out.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I was sitting there watching it with my brother. I was live tweeting, and I was like, if they score here, like, I'm like thinking of all the ways they could get back into it, and then they score 5 straight touchdowns in the second half and just stop them completely. So like, they know what they have to do. It's just I wish they could do it earlier. I think that's where I've arrived at, right? Like, if they could do that early on in the game and just take the game early,
I agree.
Phenomenal.
And also, we haven't even touched on James Cook because it just seems like every week he's incredible. 100 yards, 3 touchdowns, just casually. This guy is, I said this the other day, Stephon Diggs was absolutely sensational for the Bills. But this might be the best individual Bills skill player season since I don't even know when, Joe. He's got 1,400 yards with 3 games left.
Yeah.
This guy's incredible.
He is incredible. He's absolutely incredible. And I'm intrigued to see where he ends up tally-wise, like where it all will come to a finish, So
I am too.
We'll be keeping our eyes on that and more. Anything else you want to add on this game, though, before we wrap up and head to the playoff simulator, the machine?
Yeah, I have one final thing that I kind of want to ask you on your opinion on. So prior to the game, it's announced that Gabe Davis is inactive because Josh Palmer gets the call up. Would you rather have Gabe Davis or like a Keon Coleman or a Tyrell Shavers be activated? How did you feel about that move yesterday?
I'd rather have Keon, or not Keon. Oh God, can you imagine? I'd rather have Gabe Davis. I think he has more upside. Like Keon Coleman, yeah, he got grabbed, and I think it was kind of a soft PI call, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the jersey got grabbed, but he didn't really get impeded by any means.
Right.
Gabe Davis probably would have caught that. Like
I also think the rapport between Gabe and Josh is just stronger than Josh.
There's a connection there. I don't. You sign him to the active roster, and then you end up healthy scratching him. Like,
Joe, I hate to say it because I love the guy. I think Keon's gone this offseason.
I do too. I actually, you know what? I have a trade proposal for you.
Okay.
That I saw today. FanDuel put this out, and I have to get your opinion on this.
Okay.
The Bills received Justin Jefferson in a 2027 6th-round pick. I hit send on that before I even know what I'm sending away, right? Just because I think that could change the way your offense functions.
Yeah, it could.
Vikings received 2026 first, 2027 first, 2027 7th, and Keon Coleman.
Yeah, I'm sending that. Yeah, I'd send that.
Fire it to the sun. Send it away.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a less than desirable season for Minnesota. I mean, JJ McCarthy or 9, if you want to call him 9.
Hey,
he hasn't exactly been the complete package. He did. He looked good last night. He looked great last night.
Yeah,
but
he was 9
clearly
last night.
There's some frustration there with Justin Jefferson. So, maybe if he does want out, you inquire down the line. Obviously, the money would have to make sense, but I think anytime you can acquire a talent like that, why would you not?
Well, Brandon Ayuk might end up just being a free agent too. He hasn't shown up at all.
That's a crazy situation too.
Yeah, unfolding before our eyes. Well, maybe he's a Buffalo Bill. I don't know. We'll see.
I think he's a Washington Commander going back with Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, he could back with Jaden Daniels, and he'll be playing with Debo. So a former 49er, and they'll be back together. So maybe they'll try and revive the old Shanahan ways with Jaden Daniels. But without further ado, what do you say we dive into this playoff sim?
Let's get into it.
See what's going to happen. We'll just do the AFC for the sake of the exercise, because the NFC, I mean, a couple good games in there yesterday, but I think there's a lot more movement that could possibly happen in the AFC. So this week we're in week 15. It's already penciled in. It's already been decided. I might have to refresh this because I think Kansas City. Well, by the way, Patrick Mahomes with an ACL tear now. So he's out for the rest of the season and probably a good chunk of next season, right?
Can I tell you a tweet that I saw today about that?
Oh, no. Yeah, go ahead.
Imagine this happens.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Mahomes misses damn near the entire season next year. The Chiefs suck, and they will their way into Jeremiah Smith.
That might be exactly what happens. That legitimately would be that'd be the nail on the head. Like
I saw that and I was like, you got to be kidding me. I wouldn't want to have to worry about that.
No, I wouldn't be at all surprised if that's how that ends up going. That's just so Chiefsy. It's not even funny. So, All right. So we have the Bills beating the Patriots, the Ravens shutting out the Bengals yesterday.
Yeah.
The Jags beating the Jets, the Chargers beating the Chiefs, and the Texans beating the Cardinals. Any other big AFC games that I'm missing here? Does not look like it. The Broncos beat Green Bay, so I switched that. And the Colts lost Phillip Rivers by 2 points in the first game. So we'll see what happens with the Dolphins and Steelers tonight. We can start by predicting it there.
Yeah.
Do you think the Dolphins are able to upset the Pittsburgh Steelers, or do you think this Mike Tomlin defense actually gets the job done tonight?
I think the Dolphins can pull it off, but I will say they're in Pittsburgh and it's going to be cold. I think it's going to be like 10 degrees.
Yeah.
We know there's a history there with the Dolphins not playing well in cold weather, but I do think they're playing
ice, baby.
Yes, exactly. I do think they're playing better football recently, and I think they're kind of working through Devon Achane, who's been absolutely sensational for Miami. I think he's going to have a big game. Pittsburgh hasn't shown me anything to be scared of that, but I don't know. I'll go with Miami for tonight.
Let me pitch a Steelers win for you for a second, okay? Let me give you my pitch. Well, this is potentially for the Bills' sake here. The Dolphins are not going to win out. They're just not. They're going to have to drop a game, right?
Yeah.
Theoretically, if they drop this game to Pittsburgh in close fashion, that could potentially fire them up for the stretch here, where they would run into New England at the end. So, and honestly, Pittsburgh, like last week, DK Metcalf and Aaron Rodgers really connected, and Miami's secondary really is not great. So if they can really get their passing game going and throw to Kenneth Gainwell as well,
Yeah.
Like they might. I do think they're going to be able to pull this one off. I'm not going to lie to
Okay.
you. What do you think? I don't want to sway your opinion here.
No, I don't think it's either one way. I think it could go either way. And I do tend to believe that the Steelers probably have the advantage at home in cold weather with Miami. You know, I saw the clip yesterday. Miami's like flexing, practicing in snow. It's like, okay, guys, well,
Yeah,
this
cool.
is
You're on a
not.
high school football field.
Yeah,
That's
what are we
awesome.
doing? But yeah, I just think Miami is a hot team. That's why I'm picking them. They're playing better football recently. But again, the elements matter at the end of the day. And Aaron Rodgers has been there, done that in the cold weather. So I don't blame you for picking that either.
All right. For the sake of the exercise, which one do you want to click? Do you want to click the Dolphins or Steelers?
You go with the Dolphins. Go with the Dolphins. Make it interesting.
Dolphins win. Dolphins win. Week 16 now. We'll look for the big AFC matchups. We'll start with the Bills just because they're catching my eye here. Bills, Browns, they beat Shedeur Sanders without question.
Sure.
Yeah. Hopefully they show up in the first half.
Oh, and by the way, Myles Garrett is 1,000,000,000% setting the sack record on Josh Allen.
Oh, 100%. It might honestly be better for Josh Allen to just turtle up and let it happen early in the game. So then he's not. It might loosen up a little bit after
it's
that.
Like, oh my God, dude. Of
course. If I'm Garrett, though, I'm ecstatic because like that quarterback is the one you definitely want to set it against.
Yeah, it's really
question. Cool. So, all right, Bills beat the Browns. Looking now, the Jets, Saints. I mean, I'm not even picking that one. That doesn't matter. Chiefs don't matter anymore. There's no chance for them to make the playoffs. The Chargers, Cowboys. I think this one could go either way.
Yeah.
I like the Cowboys, though. I'm not going to lie to you.
Cowboys are a hot team.
They are.
Although they Minnesota made them look pedestrian last night, so I don't know.
They did, but I mean, they might fire back from that, though.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, like
I like Dallas. I do.
Their offense will. I'll pick Dallas here. So then we have Bengals. The Bengals do have a chance to make the playoffs, by the way. They're not eliminated. So with the NFC or AFC North the way it is, Bengals, Dolphins. I mean, Joe Burrow basically on the verge of Andrew Lucking. Like, is that kind of where we're at? Like the way he has pretty much said on multiple occasions he's not having fun. And even yesterday, he's like, quarterback, if I were a quarterback for any team, we wouldn't have won.
Yeah,
and all this stuff. Just like totally dejected. So
he's checked out.
I'm going to go with the Dolphins here again, I think, right? Sure. I mean, I feel like they're playing hotter than the Bengals are currently, even with Joe Burrow.
Ooh, it's a good one right here.
The Dolphins are going to sneak into the playoffs. I'm going to lose my mind. Jacksonville, Broncos. Does Jacksonville get an upset here? I think they could. I genuinely Jacksonville's tough. Jacksonville has been playing really tough. Their defense has been playing really well.
Trevor Lawrence had 5 touchdowns yesterday.
Yeah, and hey,
and Travis Etienne had 3. They're playing great football.
They are.
And this is without Travis Hunter or Brian Thomas Jr. making an impact.
You're 100% right, and that's why if you agree with me, I'm going to pick the Jags here.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Jags. All right, make it interesting. Broncos 12-3. Oh, it's tightening up here. All right. We'll say the Texans, for the lack of a better, they beat the Raiders without question there. Baltimore versus the Patriots. And I got to do the Steelers for the Lions Steelers. I think the Lions beat that game.
Yeah, I think
right?
So too. Yeah.
That puts Baltimore in the 4-seed seat right there. Patriots, Ravens.
Yeesh. What do you think?
Happens. I think the Patriots win this game.
Yeah,
probably. I do. I don't think Lamar.
I think they're a better overall team.
I think yes, and I think their defense is going to be able to stop. They know. I mean, Lamar hasn't been Lamar in the past few weeks, so unless he really shows himself back up, then I don't know if they will be able to win.
Yeah.
So we'll revisit this for the next few weeks now, especially with the playoffs coming up. So we'll be able to figure it out. But now, between the Colts and 49ers here, does Old Man Rivers get it done this week finally? Or do you think the 49ers win?
Oh, man, I don't know.
49ers struggled against the Titans, huh?
They did, yeah. Jeffrey Simmons caught a touchdown. That was crazy. You know what? Give me Phil.
Old Man River. It moves. That's an NFC movement. If we find a way to get Phillip Rivers into the playoffs on this is going to be crazy. To week 17 we go. Oh my God, it's the Christmas schedule, and what a terrible slate of games we have. The primetime game is Broncos Chiefs. There was nothing to play for. The 1 seed and nothing to play for. That's so gross. I hope Gardner Minshew blows it up. I hope he blows it up.
Yeah,
but I think the Broncos do win this game. Yeah, without question. All right, Texans Chargers. This could have implications here.
Good game, but I'm picking the Texans.
Texans defense is too
good.
good.
The Texans have the best pass rush in the NFL, and the Chargers O-line is incredibly battered. I'll take the Texans.
Ravens at Packers. Not a weather advantage. They play in cold weather at times, right?
I would tend to lean the Packers, but the Packers did just lose Micah Parsons for years. I mean,
they did officially confirmed ACL tear after MRI.
That sucks.
So, yeah,
terrible.
So a lot of ACL tears yesterday, and Devontae Adams with a hamstring injury left the game.
Nope.
So that did not look good. All right, we're going Packers for that game.
Yeah, I'd go Green Bay.
Steelers, Browns. Steelers win that game. I don't think the Browns.
I think so.
Okay, they stay in the 4-seed spot. Patriots, Jets. Patriots. I'm sorry, the Jets.
How can I possibly put any faith into the Jets right now?
Oh, a big one here.
Yeah,
Jaguars, Colts. I think the Jags win.
I think the Jags are the better team.
Yeah, Jags are playing real hot right now too. Dolphins, Bucks. For the playoff purposes, we got to pick this one. I say the Dolphins beat Baker. I think, or you know what? We've had the Dolphins winning the past 2 weeks. I do think they, like I said, I think they slipped.
Could be due for a loss, yeah.
They could be due. So I'm going to give it to the Baker and the Bucks because they have something to play for with the way that NFC South.
I can't believe how they've fumbled their season though. They've lost so many games in a row.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. All right. Looking next,
Arizona.
The Bengals beat the Cardinals. You think?
Yeah, Cincinnati's dead, or Arizona's dead in the water.
All right. And then Bills, Eagles. Bills will have them beating the Eagles. I think they beat the Eagles.
Yeah, I think
the Eagles are schizophrenic in themselves. They don't know what they are. So at least the Bills can figure themselves out, at least in a half of football. They can't.
Yeah.
So,
the only thing that worries me is the run game, but the run game for the Eagles hasn't been good all season. So
no, they can't block. I mean, it's probably one of the better matched up teams for the Bills. Not gonna lie.
Right.
All right. So now to week 18, the final week of the season. Buffalo, currently the 5 seed, would play Pittsburgh in the wild card round.
I'll take that matchup any day of the week.
Oh, me too. Any day. Chargers, Broncos to end the season. This could be a big one here.
That's gonna be a banger.
I think the Chargers have juice here. Divisional matchup last week of the season. They play pretty well. Herbert's hand's going to be better by then. Give me the Chargers. What do you think?
Send it. Go the Chargers. I like the Chargers.
New England takes Denver out of the 1 seed, and you know what this would mean, Justin?
Wow.
If the Dolphins are able to take down the Patriots, which I think they could, I'm gonna lean on that. If you're okay with that, if Miami bounces back from the Tampa loss, the Denver Broncos go back, but the Bills haven't been picked, so we got to keep going.
Wow.
Steelers, Ravens. Steelers or Ravens here? You think? I'll let you choose.
Give me Baltimore.
Baltimore jumps into the 4 seed. So now they're in the playoff picture. See, this is where this AFC is insane. It's absolutely on crack.
Crazy race.
Like you don't know what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
Colts, Texans here. Does
Houston
Old Man
home,
River get it the second time? Oh, okay. Houston
at home.
12-5. All right. Next game up, Browns, Bengals.
I do feel like Shedeur Sanders is going to have another good game, like to end the season, to like prove that he should be the quarterback next year. He'll go out on a high note, I think. And Cincinnati's defense is god awful. So,
yep. All right, Shedeur wins that game. Bills, Jets. The Bills win that game.
Yeah, give me Bills.
Oh, what is that?
Whoa!
The Bills are the 1 seed in the AFC, 13-4 on a 3-way tie because of a tiebreaker.
Check that out.
There we are. The road to the 1 seed starts now, as far as I'm concerned, after the win against New England. And looking elsewhere, what could happen here? Texans, or not Texans,
Jags.
Titans, Jags win. Oh, the Bills are out and they're playing the Chargers at home in the wild card round. Look at this. It's totally flipped on its head.
Wow, this would be an elite first round slate. Holy cow.
Patriots, Baltimore in a rematch. So that's 2 times. Texans, Broncos, 2 best defenses in the AFC.
Crazy game.
And Chargers, Bills. I mean, their offenses are both electric, right?
Herbert
in
versus
different ways. Herbert versus Allen. You haven't really gotten that yet.
No, you haven't.
So, and then Jacksonville. Listen, this AFC playoff picture is off the charts, off the wall. You never know what could happen.
Even Miami made a push.
Miami made a push. If the Patriots win, the Bills play the Ravens.
Ooh, in Baltimore,
which I do not like at all. But let's just say the Dolphins win. Let's see. You know what? Dolphins Patriots tie in terrible fashion. It doesn't change
Wow.
anything. It doesn't change anything. Doesn't change a thing. So the Jags would have to lose one of their games. Let's go back and see their other games really quick, just to see. The Colts would have Phillip Rivers would have to do the funniest thing ever in Week 17 and upset the
Wow.
Jaguars.
That wouldn't be
for
the
them.
first time the Jaguars have done that, though. I mean, they did that a few years back.
Yeah. Yep. So if the Jags sell a game to Phillip Rivers and the Colts, there is that chance in Week 17 the Bills could primely jump into the conversation for the one
Still
seed in the
out there,
AFC.
folks. Still out there.
Still out there. And if that happens, Josh Allen wins a back-to-back MVP award. I'm just saying.
Oh,
There's
100%.
without a doubt that's got to happen.
I actually think he's like back on track to be the favorite, if you ask me. And this is not
Yeah.
biased because Matt Stafford's still balling, but like we've got Josh Allen kind of getting the Bills back in the swing here, where they've looked terrible for the past few weeks. So
yeah, he and Stafford are going to be the final two. I don't think May is in it anymore. And
right.
after 155 yards and a pick, I mean that'll remove you from that.
That's
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Couldn't get you were up 21-0 and couldn't maintain the lead. So I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. But yeah, the AFC playoff picture is going to be a movie. We're going to recap it every week at every turn we can. And, we'll let you know what we think. Let us know what you think. Like and comment,
please.
subscribe, comment down below. Do you think we're insane for picking some of these games the way we did? Let us know your swaps, and we'll try and work some in there maybe as time goes on. But that's going to do it. Unless you have anything else, Justin, before we wrap up here?
Nah, I'm just excited to see how this unfolds.
Yes, we'll watch it. It's like a blockbuster film. That's going to do it for this edition of the Buffalo Down podcast. I'm Joe Cali, joined by Justin Siejak. We'll talk to you later this week for a preview edition for Bills versus Browns. Have a good week.